Hello all, welcome to JSM Learn. Here in this session, we are going to discuss about previous JEE questions of the chapter Units and Measurements from the topic Dimension Analysis and Principle of Homogeneity. Here comes the first question for us. A ball of radius r, density rho, dropped through a viscous liquid of density sigma, and viscosity attains its terminal velocity at a time t, where it is given by t is equals to a into rho power a, r power b, neta power c, and sigma power d, where a is constant, which is nothing but dimensionless, and a, b, c, d are integers. He is asking for the value of b plus c by a plus d. So if you see, rho and sigma are densities. One is marble density, one is liquid density. So here dimensions are m, l minus 3 for any density. Next, neta is coefficient of viscosity m, l minus 1, t minus 1. So if you want to solve for b plus c by a plus d, so first you have to find a, b, c, d integer values. So for that, I am writing in the LHS as m0, l0, t power 1. Because in the RHS, I will get mass and length dimensions. So to compare for the coefficients, I am writing in the LHS also, which is equals to a is dimensionless, so I am not writing here, and rho is m l minus 3 all to the power of a and l to the power of b, because r is radius, and neta m l minus 1 t minus 1 all to the power of c, and in the last sigma m l minus 3 all power c, all power d. Next, after writing this, we have to compare the powers of m, l, t. So for that, m 0, l 0, t power 1 is equals to m power here a, here c, here d. So a plus c plus d, and l power minus 3a plus b minus c minus 3d, and next t power here only there. So t power minus c. So after writing this, we just have to equate the coefficients. So equate the powers, because we know the rule, bases are equal, powers will be equal. So equate the powers of m, l, t on both sides. So we get 0 is equals to the power of m in the LHS, which will be equal to a plus c plus d. Let us consider this as equation number 1. So after writing this, we will go to the power of L. So 0 in the LHS will be equal to minus 3a plus b minus c minus 3d. So I am just interchanging the terms. B minus c minus 3 common in these two. So minus 3 taken common. A plus d is equals to 0. Let us consider this as equation number 2. So after writing these two equations, we will go to the power of t. In the LHS, t power is 1. In the RHS, it is minus c. So 1 is equals to minus c, then c is equals to minus 1. So let us consider this as equation number 3. So the value of c in the equation 3, we have minus 1. Substitute into equation 1, we will get equation 1 implies a plus c plus d, no? So we can take a minus 1 plus d is equals to 0. So a plus d is equals to 1. Let us consider this equation as number 4. Now if you see the question, a plus d is in the denominator, we already got half of the answer. Now if you go to the next, this a plus d value here we are using, and c value we are here using. So it will become equation 2 implies b minus c value is again minus 1 minus 3 into a plus d value 1. So keep 1 here is equals to 0. So minus of minus, it will become plus 3 into 1. So b plus 1 minus 3 is equals to 0. So b is equals to 2. So after getting b value, after getting c value and a plus d value, we can directly solve the given one. So what is the given? A plus b plus c by a plus d. So b plus c in the numerator and a plus d in the denominator. B value 2, c value minus 1. So 2 minus 1 by a plus d value is 1. So the answer is 1. Consider a modified Bernoulli's equation P plus A by BT square plus rho g into h plus bt plus half rho v square is equals to some constant. Now, if t has the dimensions of time, then the dimensions of a and b are respectively. Here, he given 4 options, and if you look at the equation, p plus a by bt square. So, this equation can be solved by using principle of homogeneity. So, what is principle of homogeneity says, sir? Similar type of physical quantities can be added or subtracted. So it is simply saying that we have to just add a quantity to other quantity only when they are dimensionally equal. Look at the equation p plus a by bt square. So from this equation, the dimensions of h will be equal to bt, because principle of homogeneity says that these two should have same dimensions if they have to add. So dimension of h will be equal to dimension of bt. So t is nothing but time. Here b is unknown dimensions. So h is nothing but height. So we can take L is equals to dimension of b into t dimension is t. So if you take t to this side, we get dimension of b will be equal to L by t, or we can say LT minus 1. So we got the dimensions of b first, and if you look at the equation again, p plus a by bt square there. So in the denominator we have, so we can write dimension of pressure, where p is pressure, is equals to dimension of a by bt square. So we already have dimension of b and we know dimension of t. So we can take pressure dimensions. What is pressure dimensions, sir? ml minus 1 t minus 2. So ml minus 1 t minus 2 is equals to dimension of a by bt square. So we can write dimension of a in the numerator. B value we have lt minus 1 and t square. So if this denominator come to this side, we'll have ml minus 1 t minus 2 is equals to a by lt minus 1 t square. So dimension of a we can get ml minus 1 t minus 2 into lt1 is equals to dimension of a. So after solving this, L power 1, L power minus 1 will get cancelled. T power minus 2, T power plus 1, it will become mt minus 1. So which is nothing but the dimension of A. So dimension of A is mt minus 1, which can also be written as m power 1 L0 T power minus 1. And we got dimension of B as m0 L1 T minus 1. So if you look at the given options, A dimension m0 L0 T, m1 L0 T minus 1, m0 L1 T minus 1. So you can take mt minus 1 L1 T minus 1. So option D is correct. So this is a way to solve based on dimension analysis as well as principle of homogeneity. If epsilon and E and T represents the free space permittivity, electric field and time respectively, so then the unit of epsilon naught epsilon E by T will be, just he is asking for unit. So here are the some options. So if E is epsilon is permittivity, E is electric field, T is time. To say the unit, we just have to have some knowledge about Coulomb's law. So Coulomb's law defined as force of attraction or repulsion between any two charges given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught if it is in free space. If it is not in free space, here in the question free space permittivity is just epsilon. So we can write epsilon only here into q1 q2 by r square, where r is the distance between the two. So from this equation I am writing F by Q, which is nothing but electric field, which is equals to force acting upon a charge, electric field, which is equals to this this charge. One of the charges come to this side, we get 1 by 4 pi epsilon into q by r square. Now again this epsilon is taking to other side, will get E epsilon is equals to 1 by 4 pi into q by r square. So here we got some equation, E epsilon is equals to 1 by 4 pi q by r square. In the question he is asking epsilon E by t. So this can be written as epsilon E by t is equals to 1 by 4 pi, which is nothing but a constant, and q by r square can be written as q by t into 1 by r square for our convenience. So this q by t is nothing but charge per unit time, which is nothing but current. So current have dimensions ampere, and in the denominator r square there, which is nothing but distance. So meter square, ampere per meter square. So unit of the given physical quantity is ampere by meter square. So option C matches well. So this is the way to solve the questions based on dimension analysis. Thank you.